Today we will be going through IGCSE Cambridge Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058042 Feb March 2015. Question number 1. Jaydeep builds a house and sells it for this much amount. He pays a tax of 1.5% of the selling price of the house. Show that he pays this much tax. So 1.5% of this amount we will calculate 4, 5 and this one, and this will be equal to, if we calculate 1.5 over 100 and multiply by 4, 5 and 4 zeros, and this will be $6750. So $6750. So this will be our answer. B part, 6750 is 12% more than the tax Jaydeep paid on the first house he built. Calculate the tax. So 100 basically plus 100 plus 12.5, this will be 112.5%. so we'll calculate, we know that 112% of X amount is equal to 6750, and this implies, basically I'll move page a little above, so this implies X is equal to 6750 multiplied by, this will be shifted to this side, so 100 divided by 100, and basically 12.5 is also there, so 0.5, and now we can simplify this. 6750 multiplied by 100 and divided by 112.5, and this will be equal to 6000. So this is equal to 6000. So our answer will be 6000 over here. C part, the house is built on a rectangular plot of land 21 meter by 17 meter, both correct to the nearest meter. Calculate the upper bound for the area of the plot. So we will check upper bound of 21 to the nearest meter, so plus minus half, so upper bound of 21 will be equal to 21.5, and upper bound of 17 will be equal to 17.5. so area will be equal to 21.5 multiplied by 17.5, and this will be equal to 21.5 into 17.5, and this is equal to 376.25, and this will be answer over here, 376.25. this will be our answer. D part, on a plane of house, the area of the kitchen is this much. The scale of the plan is 1:200. Calculate the actual area of the kitchen in square meters. So we can use this conversion ratio. So K factor will be equal to 200 divided by 1. So this is for length, this is the scale length, so we will use K square for area, so this will be equal to 200 square, and we can multiply this area 5.6 multiplied by 200 square, and this will be equal to 5.6 into 200 and square, this will be equal to 224,000. This is centimeter square. Now we have to change into meter square, so this will be divided by 100 into 100. Why 2 times 100? Because this is centimeter square, so convert into meter square. Each centimeter will be divided by 100, so 2 centimeter square will be divided by 100 into 100. Hopefully you got this. So this will be we can divide this by 100 and another 100, so this will be 22.4. so answer will be 22.4. this will be meter square, so we can write here 22.4. Hopefully you got this answer as well. Now the house was built using cuboid blocks, each measuring this by this one, calculate the volume of one block. So volume of one block we have to calculate. So volume, we know volume is equal to length into width into height. So this will be equal to 12 into 16 into 27. This will be centimeter cube. And this one we can multiply. This will be 12 into 16 into 27, and this is relating to 5184. So 5184 centimeter cube. This will be our final answer for this part. Jaideep changes this many dollars into euro to buy land in another country. The exchange rate is this much. So euro is heavier currency than dollars. So calculate the number of euros Jaideep receives. So we have to basically convert dollars into euros. So this will be divided by the conversion ratio, because we are converting from lighter to heavier currency. So this one is equal to, this will be 12000 divided by 1.33, and this is equal to 9022.556. So we can round this as $9023. Basically this will be not dollars, this will be in euros. So our answer will be 9023 euros. Hopefully you got this. Now question number 2 is Venn diagram question, and we have to show this one. X is an integer universal set X such that X is greater than equal to 1, less than equal to 10. So from 1 to 10 or both included. A is equal to X such that X is a factor of 12, and B is X is odd number, C is prime number, and so this is set of prime numbers. So we have to basically complete the Venn diagram to show the information this one. So we know 1 is what? 1 is factor of 12 and odd number, but it is not a prime number, so it will be over here. And 4 basically is, we can check for the 2 is factor of 10 and factor of 12 and a prime number. So this and this, A and C, so it will be in A and C, which will be over here. 3 is basically a prime number, factor of 12 and odd number, so it will be belonging to all 3, so it will be over here. Then we can check for 4 is factor of 12, so it will be in A. It's not odd number, it's not prime number, so it will be 4 over here. 5 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number, so it will be in C, and it's also an odd number, so it will be B, so it will be over here. And then we can check for the 6 is basically factor of 12 and it's not prime number, so it will be over here. And then 7 is a prime number and 7 is odd number also, so we can write here. Then 8 is basically 8 is not a prime number, not odd number, not a factor of 12, so it will be outside. So 9 is odd number is in B, so 9 is this one, not a prime number, not a factor of 12. 10 is basically not a prime number, not odd number, not factor of 12, so it will be over here. So we can write like this one. So this, hopefully you understand this. Use set notation to complete each statement. So this will be 6 belongs to A. If we check C is 6 is over here, so belongs to symbol is this one, so 6 belongs to A intersection B intersection C, so which is this part. So 3 basically we can write answer in set form in brackets like this one. Now A intersection A complement, A intersection A intersection A complement. So intersection of A and not in A is outside, so nothing is common basically in this one, so we can write phi like this one. So or in form of two brackets, we can two middle parentheses we can write. So find n of B, n of B. So B is containing 1 2 3 4 5 members, so we can write here 5. This is done. Then B part, this Venn diagram is provided. Use set notation to complete the statement. We have to complete this. U and V is in Z, so we can write belongs to, is a subset basically. This one is a subset of Z. This is what we can write. Then shade X intersection Z union Y complement. So Z union Y mean not Z union Y mean these two, and complement mean not in these two. Not in these two and X, we have to take the intersection. So this will be basically this portion. Only this portion will be shaded like this one. Hopefully you understood this part also. So this is done. Then question number 3, it is a function graph. So we'll have to complete the table. For easier completion of table, we will be typing the equation. So x cubed will be this one, and then plus 3x squared. So alpha x and squared will be this one, and minus 2. This is the equation which we have typed on this calculator. Now for minus 3 we should get answer minus 2. We will check, calculate for x is equal to minus 3. We will check, this is minus 2. So our process is correct. Now we can check for minus 2. So we will calculate for minus 2 is equal to 2. So write here 2. Then we can check for minus 1, calculate for minus 1, and this is equal to 0. We can write here 0. Then calculate for 0, x is equal to 0. This will be giving us minus 2. So this will be minus 2. And then calculate for 1. This will be equal to 2. And our table is basically complete now. For B part, after completion of the table, on the grid we have to plot the graph, draw the graph of this one from this to this. So minus 3 and minus 2. Minus 3 is this one, and minus 2 will be over here. So this mark. Then minus 2.5, minus 2.5 and 1.13. 1.13. So this is 1, 1.1 and 1.13 will be like this one, 1.13. So we can mark over here. The next point is 2, minus 2 and 2. So 2 will be over here. Next point is minus 1.5 and 1.38. 1.25, 1.3 and 1.38 will be over here. Then comes 1, minus 1 and 0. So minus 1 and 0 will be this one, minus 0.5 and minus 1.38. So minus 1.38 will be like this over here. Then 0 and minus 2, 0 and minus 2 will be this one, and 0.5, 0.5 and minus 1.13, minus 1.1 and 3 will be over here. Then 1 and 2, 1 and 2 will be over here. So we can see that it is curving like this one. So we have to draw this graph. So we can rotate the page according to our convenience, and then we will be drawing the graph like so. Smoother curve is required basically, so we'll have to draw it smoothly. So a little correction like this one, and then we have to move it like this, and it will be curving to this side, and hopefully you are understanding each and everything. So I will be more comfortable if I turn page like this. So after turning this one, so I will be drawing over here, then like this one. So by avoiding double lines, we'll have to draw smoother curves. Almost smoother curve we have drawn, so you can see we are almost done. So by drawing suitable lines, solve the equation this one. So if we check this portion, x cube plus 3x square minus 2, which is same as this one, so this is y, so we can write this as y is equal to 1 by 2x plus 1 by 2. So it's passing through 1 by 2 means this point, so it's passing through this point. When x is equal to 0, if we replace x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1 by 2, so this point. When y is equal to 0, this x will be equal to minus 1 by 2 or 1 by 2, so x will be equal to minus 1, so we can y is equal to 0 and minus 1, so this will be the point. So this basically will be drawing line by joining these 2 points. So you can find these 2 points basically by replacing x is equal to 0 in this one, we will get 1 point, and by replacing y is equal to 0 we will get another point. So now we have to just draw the graph, draw the line, straight line will be drawing by joining these 2 points. Hopefully you can see, so we can draw like this one. So we got basically all the points of intersections. So we have to provide 1, 2, 3 x values. One will be this one, second will be this one, and third one will be this x value. So for this first x value, what we can do, we can check for this. So this x value will be over here, which is 1.8, something like 1.8, no, not 1.8, it's lesser than 1, so it will be 0.8. So we can write here 0.8, even 0.9 we can mention. So 0.9, I will be taking this point 0.9, and then this point is basically minus 1, which is exact value, so minus 1. I'm writing over here, hopefully you can see this. Then third point is over this one, which is basically minus 2.85 or 9, so minus 2.9, minus 2.9. So these are basically 3 points which we have checked from our this point, curve and the line intersection. By drawing a suitable tangent, D part, suitable tangent, find an estimate of the gradient of the curve at point x is equal to this one, minus 1.75. We will check minus 1.75. So minus 1 minus 1.5 minus 1.75 is basically this point where we have to draw the gradient. And to draw this gradient, we will be drawing a line basically like this one, touching the curve only at this point. So our task is to draw the line which is touching the curve only at this point. So we can take like this one. Now we'll have to take the triangle. We will be taking, for example, we can take this triangle. I will draw a triangle for your explanation so that you can understand it properly. So we can take this much triangle basically. More than half of the line we have to use, so we have used this much line, so I will erase the extra one. This is basically the triangle which I am lightly shading so that our curve is also not disturbed, but I want to show you which triangle we are using. Hopefully you are able to see. This one is the triangle which we will be using for gradient. So rise is basically two boxes, which is 2 boxes equal to 1. This side is 1. Rise is 1. Rise is equal to 1, and run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes up to this one. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it will be 1.75. so this side will be run will be equal to 1.75. so we can find m will be equal to rise over run 1 over 1.75. so this is basically right side down, so it will be negative. So we can find basically minus 1 over 1.75, and this will be equal to minus 0.57. Basically this point which we had taken is a little wrong because it's out. This is minus 1.5 and it should be 1.35. so this is minus 1.5 and this is 1.35 will be, this is basically 1.5 over here, so 1.35 will be around over here. So we'll have to rectify the graph. So to rectify the graph we have to basically raise this portion of the graph. So we'll have to raise this portion. So if we raise this one, and better we can raise this also because our gradient will change. So this rest of everything is same. So this will be 1.38. so 1 over here and 1.38 will be this one. Now we can change this side basically, and this one is minus 2.5 and 1.13. so 1.13 also we can rectify. This will be 1.13, a little lower. Now we can redraw this portion of the curve, and if we redraw by rectification, our graph will be over here, and now hopefully we will get the better answer. And now this is basically completed. Now we have to draw the tangent at this point. Basically at this point we have to draw the tangent, and if we draw the tangent at this point, this will be like this one. So if we draw over here, so now we can consider this basically triangle over here. So we can make this triangle, this whole triangle we can consider, this portion, this whole triangle we can consider. This will be, rise will be up to 3. so rise will be equal to 3. This one will be 3, and run will be basically starting from here to here is 1, and 2.1 we can write here 2.1. so 3 divided by 2.1, so we can calculate 3 divided by 2.1. this will be minus because it's sloping downward. This will be equal to 1.42. so minus 1.42 will be 1.42 will be our gradient. So we can write here 3 divided by 2.1 minus, and this will be our m value, which is equal to minus 1.42, and this will be the. So our mistake was what? We have to take this properly, these points where we have to take the gradient, and then we have taken this triangle and calculated the gradient. Now question number 4, factorize. We have to take maximum common. So basically this one we can write 11y whole square minus m square, and this is a square minus b square, so this will be equal to a plus b, a minus b. So a plus b, a is 11y, so 11y plus m, and second value will be 11y minus m. This will be our final answer, 11y minus m and 11y plus m. This will be our answer. Then write as a single fraction in simplest form. So we have to write in simplest fraction this one. So what we can do, we can take LCM, and if we take LCM, this will be 3x minus 5 and x minus 1. So this into this will be 4 into x minus 1, and plus, this should be plus over here. So next will be plus this one, x plus 2 multiplied by 3x minus 5. And this will be, further we can simplify, and we will be opening the bracket, so we'll get 4x minus 4, and plus x into 3x will be 3x squared, then x into minus 5 will be minus 5x, and then we will multiply 2 with 3x will be plus 6x, and 2 with minus 5 will be minus 10, divided by this will be 3x minus 5 and x minus 1. Now we can simplify the numerator, this one. So this will be 3x squared, then minus 5, and this will be 6, so 1, so this will be 5x plus 5x, and then constant we can simplify, this will be minus 14, and divided by these two values, 3x minus 5 and x minus 1. This will be our final answer, which we can write over here, 3x squared plus 5x minus 14 divided by 3x minus 5 and x minus 1. This will be our final answer. Solve the equation. This is a quadratic equation. Basically show all your working and give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So we can check first with mode 5 3, and coefficient of x square is 3, coefficient of x is 2, and my constant is minus 7. So our values will be in decimal, so better to use the quadratic formula. Both values are decimal values, so we will use the quadratic formula for this one. So our a value is 3, b value is 2, and c value is equal to minus 7. So we can write x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. This will be the quadratic formula, and minus b mean minus 2, and plus minus b square mean 2 squared, b squared minus 4 into a, which is 3, into c, which is minus 7, and divided by 2 into a, which is 3. Now we can use the calculator, and we will be typing first plus value, then we will be calculating negative value. So minus 2 plus root of 2 squared minus 4 into 3 into minus 7, and divided by will be 6, and this will be equal to the same value which we got earlier. So x1 will be equal to 1.23 up to 2 decimal place, so 1.23, and x2 will be negative. We will change plus to minus over here in the quadratic formula, so this will be negative, and this will be resulting to this value, which is minus 1.889. so what we can do, 896. So approximately we have to round up to 2 decimal places. Minus 1.90 will be basically up to 2 decimal places. So our final answer will be over here, 1.23 and minus 1.90 up to 2 decimal places. Hopefully you got this. Then D part, in this part all lengths are in centimeters. Diagram is not to scale. ABCD is a trapezium with area 15. So area is 15. Show that this is equal to this. So this is equal to 0 basically. So area of a trapezium is equal to what? Area is equal to half into A plus B into H, which is perpendicular height. So we can write here area will be equal to, area is given basically 15. So we can directly write here 15. 15 is equal to 1 by 2 into A plus B. A plus B are the opposite sides. So we can write x plus 4 into 3x plus 2 into height, which is x plus 1, and just we have to basically simplify this. So how we can simplify? First we will multiply. So 2 we can shift this side, so this will be 30 is equal to x into 3x will be 3x squared, and then x into 2 will be plus 2x, then 4 into this will be plus 12x, and 4 into this will be plus 8. We have multiplied first two terms, and this one I will keep as it is, x plus 1. Now we can simplify this. 30 is equal to 3x squared, and this will be basically plus 14x plus 8 and into x plus 1. Now we have to multiply these also. So 30 is equal to 3x squared into x squared. This will be equal to, basically we are doing mistake. This was a plus b, and we are multiplying. So this is the mistake which we are doing. So better we have figured out at earlier stage, so we can rectify over here. This should be a plus b. So what we can do, we can just this will be 3x plus x will be 4x, plus this will be 4 plus 2 will be 6. So this one 4x plus 6. So 4x plus 6 will be multiplied with x plus 1. So 4x with x will be 4x squared, and 4x plus 1 multiplied by plus 1 will be 4x, and 6 with x will be plus 6x, and 6 with 1 will be plus 6. Now this is basically 4x squared plus 10x plus 6. So now what we can do, we can write on this side. So this will be 30 is so we can basically shift everything to divide basically by 2. So this will be 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 15. So this will be next 3 we can shift to the other side, basically 12. So 15 we can shift. So 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 minus 15 is equal to 0. So 2x squared plus 5x minus 12 is equal to 0. This will be the final required answer. So solve the equation. Now just we have to solve this quadratic equation. We can use this again mode 5 3. We will try first. So it will be coefficient of x square will be 2, coefficient of x will be 5, and constant will be minus 12. So it was 3 by 2. So 3 by 2, and the second value is minus 4. So we will change sign, and then we will write fraction like this one. We can write x plus 4, and for this one we can write 2x minus 3. So these will be the factors, and here we can write here x into 2x minus 3 and plus 4 into 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So this will be basically the factors and the complete working. Because this is 3-mark question, you have to show the steps. So for showing steps we have done this. So x plus 4 is equal to 0 and 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. This one is a or basically. So x is equal to minus 4 and x is equal to 3 by 2. So our answer will be basically minus 4 and 3 by 2, or we can write 1 whole 1 by 2 or 1.5 also, right? So write on the length of AB. For length we will be using the positive basically positive value 3 by 2. So length is basically this side 3x plus 2. So we can write here 3x plus 2. So 3 into 1.5 plus 2, and this value we can calculate. So 3 into 1.5 and plus 2 will be equal to 6.5. So 6.5 will be our answer, 6.5 centimeters. Question number 5, A part, triangle is provided x, y, z, which is not to scale. Show that the area of triangle, this one is 38.1, correct to one decimal place. So area we know is equal to 1 by 2 AB sine C. So this will be 0.5 into A, we can write 5.4. And B we can write as 16 into sine of C, which is 62 degrees. So this one we can calculate 0.5 into 5.4 into 16 into sine of 62 degrees, and this will be equal to 38.14. So this is equal to 38.14. Correct to one decimal place, so we can write 38.1. So our answer will be, this one will be 38.1 centimeters square. B part, triangle, another triangle is provided and one angle is provided 148 and two sides are provided. We have to find the value of this angle x. So we can apply sine rule and find this angle, and after finding this angle we can find x. So for this one will be like, for example, this is y. So sine, this one 8.4 divided by sine of 48, sine of 48 will be equal to 6.7 divided by sine of y. So we can write sine of y, and this implies sine y is equal to 6.7 divided by 8.4, and this will be into sine of 48 degrees, and y will be equal to sine inverse of this one 6.7 into sine of 48 degrees divided by 8.4, and this value we will calculate by the help of calculator. So sine inverse of fraction 6.7 into sine of 48 degrees divided by 8.4, and this will be, bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 36.35. So y is equal to 36.35, and now this angle is 36.35. So now we can basically find the third angle. So third angle will be 180 minus these two angles. So we can write 180 minus 48 and minus this angle 36.35. So this will be our x value. X will be equal to this one. So this angle we can write 180 minus 48 minus answer, and this will be 95.6. So we can write here x is equal to 95.6. So this will be our answer over the proper place, 95.6. C part, bearing, basically diagram is provided. This is north, A, B and P. Ship A is 180 kilometers from port P. So this is 180 kilometers. 180 kilometers we can indicate. And ship B is 245 kilometers from B. 245 kilometer from P. So this distance is 245 on a bearing of 146. So this is this bearing is 63. Basically this one is 63 degrees, and this complete bearing up to this one is 146 degrees. So this is basically our numbers which we have indicated on the diagram. Calculate AB, the distance between the two ships. So distance between the two ships is basically this one, which we have to, if we join AB, this AB distance we have to find. So we can find this angle, and this will be, total will be 146 minus 63. So this will be 146 minus 63 is equal to 83. So this angle will be 83 degrees. Now we have to find this side, and basically, so in this case they have provided two sides, AP and BP. These two sides we have, which is 180 and 249, and included angle, which is 83, is also given. So we can find AB by cosine rule. So we can write here AB square is equal to one side square plus the other side squared, and minus 2 into one side into other side, and cos of angle 83, which is this one. So now we can simplify. AB will be equal to root of this whole thing, which is 180 square plus 245 squared minus 2 into 180 into 245 into cos of 83 degrees, and this value we can calculate. Root of 180 square plus 245 squared minus 2 into 180 into 245, and cos of 83 degrees is equal to 285.79. So this is equal to 285.79, and rounded answer we can provide as 286. So 286 kilometers will be our final answer for this one. Question number 6. This is probability question. In this question, write any probability as a fraction. Navpreet has 15 cards with a shape drawn on each card. 5 cards have a square, 6 cards have a triangle, and 4 cards have a circle drawn on them. Navpreet selects a card at random. Write down the probability that the card has a circle drawn. So circle is 4 cards, so we can write 4 out of 15. So our probability will be 4 out of 15. Next, B part. Navpreet selects card at random and replaces it. She does this 300 times. So she does this one 300 times. So we can write calculate the number of times she expects to select card with a circle drawn. So same probability will be applying for 300 cards, and this will be equal to 4 by 15, 4 over 15 of 300, and this is equal to 80. So our answer for this one will be 80 we can provide. Navpreet selects a card at random, replaces it, and then selects another card. Calculate the probability that one card has a square drawn on it and the other card has the circle. So square will be 5 cards have a square, so it will be 5 by 15. So we can write as 5 by 15, and the other one is circle, so circle is 4 by basically we will check for that one. Yeah, that will be 4 by 15. So this is basically the one option. The second option can be that first one is this and second one is this. So we will have to basically take both the options. So multiply by 2, and this will be equal to we can write here 2 into in brackets 5 over 15 into 4 over 15, and this will be resulting to 8 over 45. We can write 8 over 45, or what we can do, we can multiply these two numerators. This will be 20 into 2, which is 40. So we can write 40 over 15 into 15 will be 225. So we can write 40 over 225, or we can write 8 over 45. Both are correct answers. Neither card has a circle drawn on it. So neither card has circle drawn on it means remaining cards will be 4 are circles, so remaining will be 11 over 15. So the second will also be 11 over 15. So we can calculate this probability, which will be 11 into 11 will be 121, and 15 into 15 is 225. So our probability answer will be 121 over 225 for this part. Now please select two cards at random without replacement. So without replacement will be it will be one card will be reducing for the next draw. So we can calculate the probability that only one card has a triangle drawn on it. So one card is having triangle, it means there are 6 triangles, so probability of triangle will be 6 out of 15. For the next card, the remaining will be 9 cards, so 9 out of 1 less, which is 14, and the next card will this will be one option, because we require only 2 cards. So second option can be, this is the first and this is second, so we can add, for example, 9 over 15 into 6 over 14. So this can be first card, which is triangle. This can be triangle first, and it can be triangle the second one in this case. So we can calculate this probability. This will be equal to fraction 6 over 15 into 9 over 14, and this will be added into 9 over 15 multiplied by 6 over 14, and this will be equal to 18 over basically 35. So if 18 over 35 is really simplified probability which we have calculated. Now we can, if we want unsimplified, we can multiply this, which is 9 into 6 will be 54, and 54 plus 54 will be 108, and divided by 15 into 14 will be 15 multiplied by 14 will be 210. So this LCM will be 210. So this will be unsimplified probability. We can provide unsimplified. If you want simplified, then this will be the simplified. Both are basically the correct answers. The other cards have different shapes drawn on them. So different shapes drawn on them. First can be 5 which is square, so 5 out of 15, and the second card can be any other, which is 10 out of 14, and this can be the first option. This can be one option. Another option can be, like for example, first is triangle, so 6 out of 15, and the remaining is any other, so any other will be 9 plus 5 is 15, and one less card, so it will be 14. Now the third shape which we have is basically circles. So in case of circles, it will be 4 over 15, and any other will be 11 over 14. So we can write 11 over 14 over here, and if we calculate this, this will be basically 210 as LCM, this one 210, and this will be 50. So we can add these all, so 5 into 10 and plus 6 into 9 plus 4 into 11, and this will be resulting 248. So this will be 148 over 210. 148 over 210. This will be unsimplified answer. Question number 7. This is basically transformation question, and normally I'm doing this question by the help of tracing paper, but I got a message from a subscriber that I should solve this one without help of basically tracing paper. So this part I will be solving without the help of tracing paper. They are saying describe fully the single transformation that maps flag A onto flag B. This is flag A and this is flag B. So without tracing paper we can solve by the help of compass. If you check this one from here, or if you basically you have to find the center of rotation first. We can see this is basically moving to this location and this side is turning to this side. So we can basically check. We have to check for the equal distance from any point, like for example tip of this pole. So this is not equal to this, so we'll have to find this point. If we check from here, so this is also not equal. So if we check from this point, from the origin, if we check, this is equal to this one. So we found basically the center of rotation, which by the help of this compass we found. And this one, if I adjust this, yeah. So now what we can do, we can draw a circle like this one. So we have drawn this circle. From the origin we got the center of rotation, which is 0, 0, and now we can check for the angle of rotation also. We can check, and if we join this pole with this one, this will be with the pole, and from this side it will be this one. So this is basically the angle of rotation. Now angle of rotation we can check with the help of the protractor, and this one you can see this is 90 degree and it is moving to anti-clockwise. So we can write this one as 90 degree anti-clockwise. Center of rotation is this. The same thing which we have checked with the pole, we can check with any other point. Like for example, if I'll show from here also. If you draw from this point, if you draw, you can see it's not basically accurately done, but if you adjust this from this point, you can see this is basically adjusting to that one. But because this is I will erase this and try to show again. So basically from one point we have seen that from one point it can be drawn, and from here also we can properly draw this. Like for example from here, yes, you can see from this point also we can draw angle, and that angle will be from this point to this point and this point to this point. So basically this is the way without tracing paper we can find the angle of rotation. So we will be writing answer over here, which is rotation anti-clockwise, rotation anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. About the origin, center we can provide, which is 0, 0 and 90 degrees. So rotation anti-clockwise, center 0, 0 and 90 degree. Flag A onto flag C. Now flag A onto flag C, for that one we can join the basically the respective points. This vertex we can join with this one, and this pole we can join with this pole, and similarly this triangle we can join with this one. So we can see this is basically the point center of enlargement, and this is on the other side. Both triangles are the other side of the center of enlargement, so this will be minus, and scale factor we can take it as minus, and this is, if we check the size of the pole, 1 2 units, and this is 1 2 3 4 units, so doubling, so it will be scale factor -2. So we can provide here enlargement by scale factor -2, scale factor is equal to -2, and center of enlargement we have to provide, which is the coordinates of this point, which is -2 and 1. So we can write here -2 and 1. So this is also done. Draw the image of flag A after translation with this vector 2 and 1. So 2 will be 2 units right x value, so I will check this point, 2 units right and 1 units up, so this will be over here. And then similarly we have to move all the points, so this will be 1 unit, this one, so basically this will be our flag over here. If we can join the points to get the translated basically image of this one, so this will be 2 units right and 1 unit up by this. So draw the image of flag A after a reflection in the line x is equal to 1. So line x is equal to 1 will be this line, so x is equal to 1, we can provide x is equal to 1 will be this line. So reflection of A we can check from here, 1 2 3 4 5 units, so from here 1 2 3 4 and 5 units, and then 1 unit further and 2 units down, so this will be basically the reflection of the triangle. Dots we have taken, hopefully you are understanding, and this is I will solve like more 2-3 papers without help of tracing paper, so that you can learn both the techniques. So this is done, and rotation was basically involving only one part, which I have solved with the help of compass without using tracing paper. Now describe fully the single transformation that represents this. We know that identity matrix is 1 0 0 1, and in this case only this is changed, the sign is changed, so this will be reflection about x-axis. So reflection in the line, reflection in line in x-axis basically, not line. So we can write x-axis. This will be our answer. Now question number 8. The diagram shows a sector of a circle, with center O and radius is 24. Total perimeter of the sector is provided 68. This side is 24. This side also will be 24 centimeters. And calculate the value of x. We have to find the value. So this is 24. This is 24. So we can find the length. 68 minus 24 minus 24 also, so it will be 20. So this side is basically 20 centimeters. Now we have the arc length. We can apply arc length formula, and L is equal to theta over 360 into 2 pi r. So r value we have, theta value we have to calculate. L is 20, so 20 is equal to theta over 360 into 2 pi, and r will be 24. And now we can find theta. Theta will be equal to, we'll shift everything to this side, so this will be 20 into 360 and divided by, this will be 2 pi into 24, this one. And we have to simplify this. So to simplify this, we can take fraction 20 into 360 and divided by 2 pi and multiplication 24, and this is 47.7. so theta will be equal to 47.746, and we can provide answer up to 3 decimal places, 3 significant figures. 47.7 will be our answer, 47.7 degrees basically. Now part B, the point A and B of the sector are joined. So this is point A and this is B, and they are joined to make this cone, to make a hollow cone. The arc AB becomes the circumference of the base of the cone. So calculate the volume of the cone, basically we have to calculate, and volume of the cone formula they have provided. The volume V of a cone with radius r and height h is V is equal to 1 by 3 pi r squared h. So this basically, first we have to understand, this is basically the cone which will be formed, and this will be the triangle. First of all, this will be the radius r. From this point to this point will be radius r. So this circumference is 20 in the previous part we have done. So 2 pi r will be equal to 20 centimeter. So r will be equal to 20 over 2 pi r. So 2 pi basically. So 2 pi, and we can calculate this value, 20 divided by 2 pi, and this is equal to 3.183. So we can write here 3.183. This will be the radius of this one. So this length is 3.183, and this slanting height is basically 24. This side is 24. And 24 we got from here. This will be the slanting height, and now the remaining is what? The remaining is basically this perpendicular height which we have to find. So we will use this triangle to find this perpendicular height. We'll be applying Pythagoras theorem, and Pythagoras theorem in this case will be what? So this is, for example, h. So we can find h. So h will be, we can write this as Pythagoras theorem. So 24 squared is equal to h squared plus 3.183 squared, and this will be h squared will be equal to 24 squared minus 3.183 squared, and h will be equal to root of 24 squared minus 3.183 squared. And this one we can calculate like in the form of a root. This will be 24 squared minus 3.183 squared, and this will be equal to, this is square missed, so this one will be equal to 23.788. So we can write like this. So this is basically the h value, and this is r value. So these two values we will replace in the given formula. So v will be equal to 1 by 3 pi, and r square means 3.183 squared into h, and h is 23.788, and we can calculate this with the help of calculator. So this will be 1 over 3 multiplied by pi, which is this one, and multiply by 3.183 squared, and multiply by 23.788 squared, and this will be equal to, we have done some mistake basically. We'll have to check where is the mistake. Yeah, basically we have taken square of this 23.78 also. If you check here, we have taken square. So we'll be removing this square and then we will be getting answer as 252 point. So this will be 252.38 and our answer will be 252. So we can write 252 as answer. We can write here approximately equal to 252. B part diagram is provided which is not to scale. The diagram shows a shape made from a square, which is this one, a quarter circle, which is this quarter circle, and a semicircle. This is the semicircle. So 8 centimeter is basically the side, so it means these sides are 8 centimeter. This is also 8 centimeter. So radius of this quarter circle will take as 8 centimeter, and radius of this semicircle will take 8 divided by 2, which is 4 centimeters. So then they are saying calculate the area of the shape. To calculate area of the shape, we can calculate area of this square first. So area of square will be 8 into 8. This will be area of square. Then area of this quarter circle will be 1 by 4 of pi r squared, and pi into r squared will be what? R squared will be 8 squared, and plus area of the semicircle will be 1 by 2 into pi r squared. So pi into r we will take 4, so which is basically 4 squared, and this will be equal to area of the shape, and we can calculate this. This will be 8 into 8 will be 64. This one will be 64, plus this one we can calculate 1 over 4 into pi. So pi will be this one into 8 squared, and this will be equal to 16 pi. So this will be 16 pi, and plus this will be 16 divided by 2 will be 8. So this will be 8 pi. And now we can add these three areas. I will move the page like this. So these three areas we will have to add. So we can write 64 plus 16 pi, and this one plus this will be 8 pi, and 8 pi will be this one, is equal to 139.398. So 139.398, which is approximately equal to 139. So our answer to this part will be 139. This will be centimeters square. Area will be in square. So this will be 139 centimeters square. Question number 9. The table shows the height h centimeter of 40 students in the class. So this is basically the table. Write on the class interval containing the median. Median will be basically the middle value. 40 we will check for 20. So this will be 14 plus 3 will be 17. So 70. So this will be in this class. So 140 to 144. 140 to 144. This will be basically the interval in which median is belonging. Then calculate an estimate of the mean height. So for mean height we have to take the middle values. This will be 125. This will be 135. Middle of these two will be 142. Middle of this one will be 144 plus 150. And this will be divided by 2 will be equal to 147. So this will be 147 and this will be 160. Now we have taken the middle values. After taking the middle values, we will be multiplying 3 with this. So mean value will be equal to 3 into 125 plus basically formula which we are applying is sigma fx divided by sigma f. This is equal to mean. This is basically the formula which we are applying. So 3 into 125 plus 14 into 135, and we can write fraction. So this will be plus, this will be 4 into 142 plus this will be 6 into 147 and plus this will be 3 into 160 and divided by the total number, which is 40. And now we have to carefully solve this one. This will be 3 into 125 plus 14 into 135 and plus 4 into 4 multiplied by 142 and plus next will be 6 into 147 and next value is 3 multiplied by 160 and divided by will be 40, and this is equal to 104.875. Basically we have done mistake. This is 13 and we have written over here 3, so we'll recalculate. So small mistake can create a lot of trouble, so we'll have to be careful for that one. So plus 14 into 135 and next will be plus 4 into 142 and this will be plus 6 into 147 and plus 13 multiplied by 160 and divided by 40. This will be resulting to 144.875. So 144.875, this will be our answer, and approximately we can write a rounded answer. Basically we can write the same thing, 144.875, or we can write 144.9 if we want up to one decimal place. Now C part, complete the histogram. So for the first one from 120 to 130, they have provided this shaded area. This is the bar histogram they have provided. So this is 10 units. So this is basically 0.25, 0.3. So 0.3 multiplied by 10. So this will be 0.3 multiplied by 10 is equal to 3. So basically this is what they have done. So frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width. So frequency is 3, so 3 divided by class width, which is 10, so 0.3. This is how they have calculated over here. Now for the second, which is 130 to 140, this will be frequency density will be equal to frequency is 14 and divided by class width, which is 10, so this will be 1.4. So 1.4 we can check for this one. 1.4 will be up to this bar. So we can draw the bar like this one. This will be 1.4. So up to this point we can, and we have to close the bar in case of histogram. So basically we have done frequency density and 14 frequency divided by the class width 1.4 and 1.4. This we can draw this bar. Then for next bar we can check for the next bar. This is frequency, which is 4, and divided by the class width, which is also 4. So 4 divided by 4, frequency density will be equal to 4 divided by 4, which is equal to 1. So it will be from 140 to 144. So 144 will be this much. So up to 1 we have to go up to 1 for this one. So up to 1 will be this. So we can complete this. So this is basically the bar. Next is 144 to 150, and 144 to 150, if we calculate frequency 6 and divided by the class width, which is also 6, so it will be equal to 1. So this is also equal to 1. So we can draw this one, 144 to 150. So this will be up to 1, which is this. So we have also drawn this bar. Then comes 150 to 170. So this will be frequency density for that one will be equal to 13 divided by the class width, which is 20. So 13 divided by 20 will be resulting to 0.65. 0.65. So 150 to 170 will be 0.5, 0.6, 0.65 we can take up to this one. So this will be 0.65. So 0.65 will be up to this mark. So this will be 0.65, and this is basically the histogram. So all 4 bars are completed. Question number 10. The school cook buys potatoes in small sacks, each of mass 4 kg, and large sack, each of mass 10 kg. He buys X small sacks and Y large sacks. Today he buys less than 80 kg of sacks. Show that this is equal to this. Basically we have to form algebraic equations, so we can write this one 4 kg, so 4x, and plus this will be 10y, so we can write 10y is less than 80 because 80 kg, so we can divide everything by 2, so we'll get 2x plus 5y is less than 40. This will be our equation. And then he buys more large sacks than small sacks. He buys no more than 6 large sacks. Write down 2 inequalities to show this information. So basically he buys no more than 6 large sacks. So large sacks are basically, if we take as y, so y is less than equal to 6 and y is greater than x. These will be the 2 inequalities. Large sack are more than small sacks. Small sacks we have taken as x. So on the grid, show the information in part A and part B by drawing 3 straight lines and shade the unwanted region. So we have to shade the unwanted region basically. First line, y is less than equal to 6. We can draw, this will be y is less than equal to 6. We can, because this is including equal to also, so we can draw solid line for this one. Then y is greater than equal to x, so y is equal to greater than, basically greater than x, so this will be broken line. Y is equal to x, so 5 and 5 this one, and basically we can take as 1 and 1 will be this one. So these 2 points we can check, these 2 points we have taken, and we can draw this broken line. This will be y is equal to x, basically this line. So we can draw this broken line like this one. So this is the broken line which we have drawn. This is basically y is greater than x line, and this is y is less than equal to 6 line. Now the third line is this one which we have to draw, and which is basically 2x plus 5y is less than 40. So we have to rearrange. We can write 5y is less than minus 2x plus 40, and y will be is less than minus 2 by 5x, and plus this will be a 40 by 5 will be 8. So this line we have to basically draw. So when x is equal to 0, y will be 8, so 0 and 8, x is 0 and 8 will be this point, and when y is equal to 0, x will be equal to 2 by 5, x will be equal to 8, so x will be equal to 40 by 2, which is equal to 20. So we can take it as 0 and 20, so 0 and 20 will be this point. And now we can join these 2 points, and by joining these 2 points we can see our line will be over here. So this will be basically broken line as well, so we can draw this broken line like this one. So now we can do the shading part. Basically shading part, if we check this one, y is less than equal to 6. So less than equal to 6 is required. So unwanted is greater than equal to 6. So we can put our scale here and we have to shade this unwanted region. So we can shade this unwanted region. This is basically unwanted region which we have shaded. Now for this triangle, now y is greater than x. So y is greater than x. This portion is required. So we will put scale over here and we can shade this unwanted region. This is all unwanted. So we can shade this all unwanted region. Hopefully you are understanding everything. And don't forget to subscribe Maths TV. Basically we have done this shading part which is unwanted region for the two drawings, two lines, basically straight lines. And now we have to draw the shading for the third one, which is this line, which is basically 2x plus 5 is less than 40. 2x plus 5 is less than 40. If I'll show you this is basically the equation. 2x less than 40 is required, so more than 40 will not be required. So this is less than 40 and more than 40 is not required. So this small portion will also be shaded and this is done. Now only this region, this one up from here, this region is basically unshaded. So from this region we have to identify and answer the next part, which is find the greatest mass of potatoes the cook can buy today. From this region we'll have to basically take x and y values. So x values can be these whole numbers, these crosses. So maximum we can have is this one, this point, and this point is basically x value is 4 and y value is 6. So we can take point 4 and 6, 4 and 6. So if we replace we have 4x plus 10y. So in this one, if we replace x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 6, so we will get this one. So this implies 16 plus 60, which is equal to 76. So 76 kg will be our answer for this part. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 11, which is last question of this paper. Sequence question diagram 1, 2, 3, 4 are provided and we have to draw the diagram 5. So there is 3 boxes gap. So we'll leave 1, 2, 3 boxes gap and we'll start from here. And this will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we can draw 5 basically 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 up to this one. We can draw a line over here and this will also be 5. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 will be over here. Then 1, 2, 3 boxes, 1, 2, 3 and this will be having 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to this one we will be drawing the boxes also. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to this one. So we can gradually draw the boxes. So inside will be 2, 2 and then 1. So this one and this one. Hopefully you understood this sequence. This is simpler. So we can draw like this. So after this one we can draw one more box, like for example over here. So this is done. Now this is basically we have to draw lines over here as well. Now this is basically 1 and then 2, then this will be 1 2 3, then 1 2 3 4. So this one will be basically we can draw up to this. Yeah, this portion is basically extra up to this one. This will be our final drawing for this diagram 5. So after this one we can move to the other parts. So this first part A is draw diagram 5, which we have done. Now complete the table. Now we have to complete this table. Diagram 1 is having number of lines of length 1 unit, 2, 6, 12, 20. So this is addition of basically 4, then 6, then 8, then this will be 10, so this will be 30. And if number of small squares 0, 1, 3, 6, and this is difference of 1, this difference of 2, then 3, then next will be difference of 4. So this is how we can figure out. Find an expression in terms of n, the number of lines of length 1 unit in diagram n. So we can check for that one. So this will be find the expression in terms of n for the number of lines length unit in diagram n. So for that one, what we can do, number of lines, we have to take expression for this. So this, if we consider difference between them will be, this difference will be 4 units, then this one will be 6 units, and this will be 8 units, and this one is basically 10 units. So first order difference is not same, so we can check for the second order difference. This is 2, this is 2, this is also 2. So second order difference is same, it means it is involving n square. So this will be, we can write n square plus n we can check. So this will be for n is equal to 1, this will be 1 square plus 1, which is 2. We can check for 2, so 2 square will be 4, 4 plus 2 will be 6. So this formula is working. We can write this one, or we can write n into n plus 1 by taking n common. So we can write answer into this format. Find an expression in terms of n for the number of small squares in diagram n. So if we check, this is basically half of this one, n into n minus 1. So basically this one, if we take n into n minus 1, n into n minus 1 will be basically whatever n, this is first, so it will be, so this one divided by 2. If we take this one, if we replace, for example, n is equal to 1, so for this will be 1 minus 1 will be 0, so everything will be resulting to 0, which is in this case. If we take n is equal to 2, this will be 2 minus 1, it means 1, so this is 2, this will be cancelled, so we'll get 1. So similarly, if we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, n is equal to 5, this will be n minus 1, means 5 minus 1 will be 4, so 4 into 5 will be 20, 20 divided by 2 will be 10, which is this. So this formula is working, so we can write here 1 by 2 n into n minus 1. Now how we can reach to these formulas, basically this is quadratic sequence, and you know quadratic sequence we are finding are basically a n square plus b n plus c format. So we are finding value of a, b and c, and we are writing the sequence in this format. We have to find the value of a, b, c. You can use this technique, or if you can figure out directly, then you can figure out. For these two parts you can use this quadratic sequences technique as well. We are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and subscribe my TV. Also press bell icon so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos. recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows so that they can also get benefit of it, and introduce this channel to your respective teachers as well. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.